Well, good morning. It's me and the old foiler again today. I'm just gonna scan some of the fields, see if we got any standing water, and see if I can drain it. And yeah, we're getting rain again. I think Thursday or Friday. So it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. Half the farm is still underwater. Of course, the river is so high. So why not dump a little more on us? We can take it. Anyway, I'm gonna go down to another field that I really need to get sprayed with gramoxone, probably twice, because we have a huge ryegrass problem over there. But I'll show you all in a minute. So we got a little mess down here. I just drained it, so we'll be good to go. I see the airplane is busy spraying. Looks like it's spraying on us. It's spraying all this corner ground because it's too wet for us to run. But yeah, it's pretty cold. My hands are freezing, so I'm not gonna do much filming. But yeah, I'm over here in this field that we have the ryegrass problem. You can clearly see it's so dark green. That's ryegrass, and it started spreading the whole field. Last year it was just right here. So and I can't spray it because this is what we deal with. Wet, because it just never dries up. Every time it's just starting to get dry, we get a rain. And today it's 50 or something degrees, so we have a wind, so it helps a bit, but we don't have the temperatures to dry stuff out. So yeah, we need to make a decision whenever it's dry enough to either spray the hell out of this with gramoxone, or we're gonna pull the Kelly diamond and knock everything down and we'll rebed it or something. But yeah, you plant corn into this, you're gonna have struggles the whole year, and that corn won't even make a ear. This ryegrass is very poisonous, I would say, to corn. So we need to clean this up before we plant corn, and if we don't, we have three options: spray it, pull the Kelly diamond, or spray it anyways and plant soybeans. Because on soybeans I can spray intensity and it'll kill the hell out of this, and I can't spray this with intensity if we're gonna plant corn within 30 days. So yeah, that's our three options. Right now we don't have any option because it's too wet, but yeah, let me get back to it because it's dang cold. Well, I just got back to the shop because now this time this back CV axle broke. So yeah, y'all guessed it, I have to order another one. Last time it was the right side, now it's the left side. So I guess we'll go spend another 70 bucks quickly. So this is my new diesel fuel trailer. The tank that was on here broke, so they put a new one on. Well, not a new one, a used one, but it's apparently very dirty inside, so I'm gonna put some gas in there and take it for a drive over the farm and let it rock back and forth in there and see if we can get it cleaned out. Come back, we'll unscrew this whole deal and get the gas out, and hopefully it'll be clean enough. And this pump laying inside of here, we have to that's gonna go on that tank. So I guess we'll work on that deal. So I got back, drained all the gas out. We don't need this, so I'm going to take all of this apart and just keep this little valve. And put this back in and then see if we can fit that pump. Put some liquid tape on. So what I'm thinking is that this hole is bigger than the actual hole for the thread in there. So if that's the case, we'll have to get reducer from, I would say this looks like a maybe 2.5 inch. 2 inch. Come on, muscle man. No, other side. This way. Get it. There's no horsepower.
Het wil niet werken.
Ain't no horsepower. This is gonna be easy. It's fast.
Wacht, hij gaat gelijk. Oh, aan. Oké.
Okay, so we can't get this plug out. I'm just tearing it to pieces. So what we're gonna do is to have to go to that hole and have this little extension piece on there. Ideally, I would like the pump to sit at the back. So if you want to empty it out, you can empty it out all the way. But it's what it is. So we'll just, so we can use it, move it to the second hole, and so it goes from 1.5 inch to a 2 inch adapter. Okay, so we couldn't get that tank quite clean inside, so we are waiting on the fill company to come back with us with some advice, and then we'll continue working on that. I'm just going to take a drive around the farm, see what the fields look like, and see where we stand on everything. So we're going to plant corn here, and this side all the way to the highway. On this side is pretty dry compared to the other side of the gravel road, which is underwater. So we're here in one of my cover crop fields. As you all can see, still have the corn stalk standing. This stuff is right at a point where we need to kill it. But as you all can see back there, water. On the other side of the pivot, water. At the back side of the tree line, water. So about a quarter of this field is flooded out because of all the rain, and the river so high that it's pushing in on the back side of the farm, flooding everything. So yeah, this is a cereal rye. We had some radishes and I think crimson clover. The crimson clover, I don't know, that didn't really make it. Because what we did about 2 weeks before we last year, before we cut the corn, we had the airplane come in and spread our cover crop mix. So it was cereal rye, crimson clover and radishes. The radishes and the cereal rye started to look real pretty, and then we got a frost here in December, I think. We got down to like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, so the radishes didn't make it, but the cereal rye, the only ones that pushed through. So, and we don't want this to get real tall and make seeds, because then it's real hard to kill. And we're not gonna plant green, we're gonna kill it and then come in and plant cotton. So but yeah, this stuff really rotten out. I think we'll be able to plant through this with no problems. But yeah, I really like this cover crop deal. I'm really gonna try to get more and more acres every year. I really like to drill it instead of fly it on, because just to get a better stand. But yeah, we're still rookies at this, so it'll get better. Okay, so we're back this morning. We don't have much to do, so we're gonna work on this little Amco disc for the food plots. As you can see, there's a sketching right here when you lower it down, so we're gonna move both the front gangs out a little bit, and then the back side needs to go in, because it's overlapping way on the back there. So I'm gonna just readjust this, and my plan is to use this afternoon on that stuff that we took those trees down, because it's getting a little bit dry for us to do a little bit of stuff around the farm. So we need to work on this, get this ready, and then see if maybe we can do some work with it this afternoon. Plek om te slaan hier. Wil je die arms recht krijgen?
Ik druk laat in die arm vast.
Ja, maar ik praat van hier toe. Okay, so that looks better. It's not touching anymore. See, on our farm we always got time for coffee, and Tina's always got time for a cigarette. So we are going to move on to the back of gangs now and move them, but I think we might have to take all of this off, because it's, to me it's one disc too far over. I think this, all of this should move one disc up, but I mean it'll still do the job. So we might have to move it anyway to get this to where we want it, because that gap's way too wide.
Net bietjie raai op sy man.
Ja, maar voor ons nu, laat ons hierdie nou eens opskuif.
So we got done with the disc. It looks much better now. Tina's just checking a one wheel bearing for us. The bossman decided to wake up. Okay, so we're gonna head to that fields where we took those trees out and pushed with a bulldozer, and we're gonna go see if it's dry enough to disc all of that up and work it up before this next rain, so we'll be ready to plant whenever. I got a hitchhiker picked up. He's gonna go show me how to drive. Looks like. So Tina's is going back and forth and picking up any big lumps or anything you might see. I don't know, big lumps and stuff that we see. He's picking that up and we'll go dump that and back there in the woods. And yeah, I'm just going back and forth, smoothing it out, opening it up, and then maybe this afternoon we'll come back and heat it one more time, and heat it back one more time, and then maybe tomorrow I can get a dirt pan in here. Mostly the dirt pan work is going to be right here where I am, this side of the ditch. I want this my whole path. So at this moment this is pretty high, so we're gonna cut some dirt here and fill up on that side maybe, or I might use it some other places, we'll see. But my goal now is just to get it open up, smooth it out a little, so it can be dry tomorrow, dry enough to work. So I'm just quickly checking to see if we picked up any wires from the tires we burned. Yeah, right here's one. But that doesn't bother me because there's no bearing. As long as we don't... Yeah, we got wires. Okay. Luckily I got my wife up here with a truck, so we'll get some snippers from her and cut his wire off. So we got one there. And looks like we got one there. So yeah, here's what it is. We'll pick up the wire and we'll just cut it off. So I'll get my wife down here, take the wire off. So we're getting after it. Well, anyways, that wire that I picked up, it wasn't the wires from the tires that we burned. Actually was one of the neighbor's fence lines that I picked up on my one pass against this ditch bank right here. So because it was real thick, and then we find an actual roll of wire laying beside a ditch that I picked up. So yeah, we're almost done here, and then I guess we'll hit it one more time tomorrow, and we'll see. I might not do all of this with a dirt pan, just because I'm not gonna run it with my GPS, because my tractor is obviously hooked up to my planter. So I'm gonna use the 8330 just to hook it up to the dirt pan and just do that one side where that pad is. So I'm gonna go over this a couple more times, and then we'll probably go back to the shop and let this dry out for the rest of the afternoon. And yeah, come back tomorrow and see what we got.